everybody. Welcome to Social Distancing Storytime with Miss Diane. This is our fourth one. We did the other three on the front porch, but we moved inside because it was pretty loud outside with all the water going over the dam, and it's been raining a lot, and so it's even louder. So we're inside tonight, and it's nighttime, and it's snowing. So here we go. This book is called Pancakes for Findus by Sven Nordqvist. Okay. My glasses on. There was once a man called Petson who had a cat named Findus. They lived in a little red house with a tool shed, a hen house, an outside loo, that's a bathroom, a woodshed, and a garden. Paddocks lay all around, and beyond them was the forest. The neighbors thought Petson was odd. He was certainly absent-minded, and it wasn't normal the way he talked to that cat. But none of this would have mattered if Gustafson hadn't told everyone how Petson made pancakes out of his own trousers, and how he climbed over the roof to get to the shop, and how he had tied a curtain to the cat's tail. Gustafson had seen it all with his very own eyes. It all happened on Findus's birthday. Findus had 3 birthdays a year because it was more fun that way, and every birthday Petson made him a pile of pancakes. First he went to the hen house to collect a basket of eggs. Then he sat on the bench outside the kitchen and polished them. Petson was a tidy man, and he wanted them all clean and shiny. Findus paced up and down, keen to get started. "Do you absolutely have to clean all the eggs?" he asked crossly. "I'll have another birthday before we get our pancakes." "So you're that impatient," said Petson. "Come on, let's get cooking. 3 eggs should do. Now we'll see if we can make some pancakes." "Of course we can make pancakes," said Findus. He was already inside looking for a frying pan. They left the rest of the eggs outside on the bench. Petson cracked the eggs into a bowl. "Now we need milk and sugar, a little salt, some butter." He went to find them in the pantry. "But where has the flour got to? Have you eaten the flour, Findus?" "I have certainly not eaten the flour," said Findus indignantly. "Must have been me then," muttered Petson, scratching his nose. He looked 3 times through the pantry, in the wood stove, the wardrobe, and the seat, but he couldn't find the flour. "Bother," he said. "I'll have to bike to the shop. Wait here, Findus. I'll be right back." But Findus was sick of waiting. He shot out the door before Petson. Petson's bike had a puncture. "How'd that happen? Have you bitten a hole in my tire, Findus?" he grumbled. "I certainly do not bite holes in tires," said Findus indignantly. "Must have been me then," muttered Petson, pulling his ear. "Never mind, I'll fix it. Wait here, Findus, while I get the tools from the shed. Then I'll fix the puncture, bike to the shop for some flour, and we can get on with the pancakes." But Findus couldn't wait, so he ran ahead. But when Petson went to open the tool shed door, it was locked, and the key was gone. "What next?" he said. "This door's never locked. Have you lost the key, Findus?" "I certainly never lose keys," said the cat indignantly. "Then it must have been me. This is a bother," muttered the old man, rubbing his eye. He peered through the window and tried the door again, but it was still locked. Then Findus whistled and pointed down the well. Petson hurried over. "My goodness, there's the key. How'd it get down there? And how will I get it out?" Tugging his lip, he pondered a while, and then he got it. "I know! I can put a hook on a long stick and fish up the key. Do you have a long stick, Findus?" "I've certainly never had a long stick," said Findus, not sure whether to be indignant or not. "Then I must have one somewhere," said Petson, scratching his hat. "Wait here while I go and look. Then I can fish up the key so we can get into the tool shed, so I can fix the bike, so I can buy the flour, so we can make your pancakes." But the cat couldn't wait, so he ran on ahead. Petson and Findus hunted high and low for a long stick. They looked in the hen house, behind the tool shed, in the garden, the woodshed, the pantry, and under the sofa, but they couldn't find a long stick anywhere. Then Petson remembered he had a fishing rod up in the tool shed loft. "The rod will be perfect," said Petson, "but first I need the ladder to climb the roof to get into the loft." "The ladder's behind the woodshed in Anderson's paddock," he said, "and Anderson's bull is sleeping on it. He'll go berserk if I move it. We'll have to trick him, Findus. How will we do that?" Petson stroked his beard and thought so hard you could almost hear his brain crackling. After a long time, he asked Findus, "Are you any good at bullfighting?" "No, I've never fought a single bull," said Findus, alarmed. "That's a shame," said Petson, "because if we can't move the bull, I can't get the ladder, so I can't get the rod from the loft, so I can't fish the key up from the well, so I can't get into the shed to get the tool to fix the bike, so I can't buy flour, and there won't be any pancakes. What sort of birthday would it be without pancakes?" Findus sat a moment, and then he said, "But I've seen off the odd cow, of course, so I should be able to see off that old bull in a pinch." "You must be feeling hungry for pancakes by now," said Petson slyly. "I'll just go and get what we need. Wait here," he said. "Back soon." He took down one of the flowery yellow curtains in the kitchen and fetched the old gramophone and a record from the living room. Then he went out to find Findus. He tied the curtain to his tail. "They use curtains like this for bullfighting in Spain," said Petson. "Get ready to run, but not till I say so." He put the gramophone by the fence where the bull was sleeping. He put the record on and set it going. A man started singing, "My Bonnie lies over the ocean." "This'll wake him up," he chuckled. "My Bonnie lies over the sea." The bull woke with a start and looked wildly about. The song made him cross, and then even crosser. He swiped at a passing bumblebee. That didn't stop the noise. Then he spun around and saw Petson and the cat and the gramophone. That was it! He put his head down and pawed at the ground to get a good takeoff. Then he tensed all his muscles and thundered straight at them. "Now," shouted Petson, "run as fast as you can." Findus flew like a comet with a red and yellow tail. The bull wheeled about and chased it. He'd get that noisy curtain. When the bull had gone, Petson slithered under the fence. He snatched the ladder and sneaked back, just as the cat whizzed by with his flying yellow tail. Across the paddock, the exhausted bull was puffing hard and wondering what had happened. Findus couldn't stop. He whizzed past the bench. The curtain caught the basket and tipped the eggs out. Splat! Petson tripped on the curtain and fell down flat in the eggy mess. Not one egg was left whole. Petson said a lot of words he shouldn't have. He picked himself up from the sticky puddle. "Why did you put that basket on the bench, Findus? Look at the mess it's made." "I certainly never put it there," hissed the cat indignantly. "Must have been me then," spat Petson back. Then, because it was Findus's birthday, he calmed down. "This is awful," he sighed. "I can't stand this mess. I'll have to clean it up before I make the pancakes." He took a shovel and started to heave the eggy slop into a bucket. That's when Gustafson came nosing along. "Hello, Petson. Busy as usual, I see," he said, trying to work out what was in the bucket. "Not really. We're celebrating a birthday, so I'm just making a pancake mix," said Petson. "We're making a huge pile of pancakes." He shoveled the last of the egg mixture into the bucket. "There," he said, wiping his hands on his trousers. His trousers were very eggy. "I could use a new pair, actually. These are over 30 years old," he thought, and he took them off. "I might as well pop these into the mixture. If you only have a birthday 3 times a year, you should do it properly," he said, and shoved the trousers into the bucket. Gustafson gaped at the mess. Pancake batter. He sneaked a look at Petson. The old man must be crazy. Best pretend nothing was wrong. "I see. So pancakes for you and the cat. That sounds good." "Absolutely. My own recipe," said Petson proudly. "But first I must go and buy some flour. Wait here. I'll be right back." He took the ladder to the tool shed, climbed the roof, and disappeared over the top. Gustafson stood there, looking at the roof. Then he looked at the muddy egg mixture in the bucket, and at the cat pacing about with a floral curtain tied to his tail. He looked at the old gramophone, which was stuck singing, "Bring back my, bring back my, bring back my." He looked back at the roof where he last saw Petson. "The shop's in the other direction," he muttered. He went home looking very confused. Meantime, Petson squeezed into the loft and eventually found the fishing rod. He climbed down and tied the hook at the end of the rod. He went to the well and fished up the key. With the key, he opened the door to the tool shed. He got his tools and fixed the puncture. He biked to the shop and bought the flour and a new pair of trousers. Then he came home and made a huge pile of pancakes for Findus. They sat in the garden and drank tea and ate pancakes and played waltzes on the gramophone, as they always did when Findus had a birthday. As far as Findus was concerned, there wasn't anything wrong with Petson at all. The end. And at the end, there's a pancake recipe. And someday, when the library opens up again, you'll be able to check this book out. But until then, you can watch me read it here. Okay, stay well, everybody. See you soon. Bye.